So, here's the thing. I'm sure it's mainly a matter of opinion and point of view, but it feels to me like reading isn't really considered a hobby anymore. Or at least, not for the upcoming generations. It's all about quick articles in magazines and compulsory written assignments these days. Reading's become just another section of the education system. Another factor of life to slot in next to buy mum a birthday card, complete last week's 8,000 word English assignment for tomorrow, and somehow manage to take the dog out in said time as well. And the annoying thing is, in the end, you know you're going to end up with a scribbled message and a happy, wrong age birthday card, and a well-earned D for your 2,500 word best I could manage evaluation of the taming of the shrew anyway. Not to mention a fairly disappointed dog after it turned out the garden would just have to do. Perhaps I'm being too hard on mankind. I mean, the idea of reading isn't lost. It's just, it tends to get overrun in the busy lives of today, tomorrow, and next Thursday. Maybe that's the problem we face. We're just too busy. There's just no space in our lavishly planned and expertly designed calendars for such novelties. But then, why is it that there are some people who still choose reading as a hobby? Is it that they sacrificed other areas of their life for it? Are they down from 100k a year to 3, just so they could fit in the hellhound of Grismore before July rolled around? I honestly don't think so. I mean, yes, perhaps they don't spend as much time doing other things like watching TV or chatting on the phone as other people. But those aren't sacrifices, those are choices made by a person based on what they enjoy, not what the general populace enjoys. And therein we have a little development. Perhaps it's because of general opinion that the art of literature is fading. Perhaps there are actually a good deal of hibernating readers out there whose interest was never captured as a result of 24/7 movies and the latest celebrity gossip. I don't want to have a go at people. After all, it's like I said, whether you read or not is a matter of choice. You don't even have to read that many, just every once in a while. There's 100,000 worlds within the pages of literature, each massive, each unique, and each just as amazing as the last. You see, books hold the key to a life we can't have. They're a release for our imagination and a plaything for our mind. Enough lives lived out within them to populate our planet countless times over. There is nothing to resent about literature. And if you're not comfortable letting your mind into another world, there are plenty set in ours, both fact and fiction. The most amazing and intriguing part is that any book has the power to capture a willing person. Talented writers create stories so powerful they evoke emotions just as real as those felt in the true world. Still not convinced? Then I guess it makes sense for me to use my bargaining chip. That being the knowledge that literature is more than just words, lines and paragraphs on a page. It is mankind's past, present and future. How much would we know about our distant past if not for the scrolls, scriptures and carvings of our rather numerous ancestors? You may not like it, that books mean so much, but within those billions upon trillions of pages is held more information than the world's most amazing minds could ever even conceive of learning in 100 lifetimes. Our world is built on words, and that means everything you know and love in the present only exists because of what we know of the past. In other words, appreciate what you have. Literature might tell us who we were, but it is by all means up to us to dictate who we will be. I only hope that literature is a part of that future.